turns the body into a lovely goop that still allows the flake to fester.
Hello, everyone. We're just waiting on one of our players. It's going to be a little bit. Just sit back, relax. We'll be here. We'll be part of it. Blech. We'll be streaming shortly.
Soon as we get back to the goddamn carts.
I'm getting that protection feedback, which means I get to travel for free.
Oh, well, then I need to. How long does attunement take in 5th edition?
Uh, I believe it's an hour or 10 minutes.
Excellent. Yes, 1 hour. Oh, I remember when it was 24. Oh, the old versions of Dungeons and Dragons. It's the first thing I'm going to do is attune to that freaking ring.
Ah, yes, the Ring of Protection.
Yes. I should make sure I added that to my character sheet. I believe I did. Yes, I did. Excellent.
I've got the stones of messaging. Well, everyone's got
Right.
one, but I've got two, so I
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of The Rise of the Third Age. And, damn, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, yeah. And today with me are the wonderful goblins and gremlins from Petraya. Would you like to say hello, everyone?
Hello.
Manva.
Greetings.
Today's show is sponsored by the Marmite Appreciation Society, the All Marmy Barmy Army.
I see you're picking up an Vegas shtick here.
It could be a lot worse.
I was trying to think of something bad, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do something silly.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse knowing you. Well, I believe last we left off, there was a little scuffle after everyone got situated on the caravan, where after a rough fight, sadly both horses passed on.
No, we saved one of them.
Yeah, we saved one.
Oh yeah, you did.
I booped
Just
it
got
before
broken
and healed its broken existence.
Not anymore.
Good
Not
enough
anymore.
is dead.
We healed it.
Well, you saved
Yeah.
one. And one is better than none. Alright, well, if I'm not mistaken, y'all were about to arrive back at the caravan.
Yep, that is, I believe, the plan.
Yes, we were.
Alright.
And hopefully we can get a long rest on the caravan.
And I'm no longer
Once-
pale. I actually have a skin tone for once.
Yes.
Now that our protection is free, hopefully I can have a good rest and not swing my sword everywhere like I have for the last. Anyways.
Yeah.
As you are bringing this horse back into the caravan area, Tobin, who'd you leave the little girl with?
Well, I just told her to stay inside the carriage.
Understood. So, you all come back and you see the head guy of the caravan walk up to you and say, "Thank you very much for bringing this one back. Do you know what happened to the other one?"
He unfortunately did not make it.
He
You ever heard the term charbroiled before?
he looks like a vampire that stepped into the sun, but didn't turn to dust, just char.
We ran into a touch of trouble.
Well,
Yep.
that's unfortunate.
Galloway puts away the quickly made horse jerky.
Well, you brought one back at least, and I will be issuing refunds to those who bought the protection, and the rest of you will get your protection for free this journey. If you'd like,
Happy to assist.
we are about to set off again. So go ahead and grab your things, hop in the caravan, and we'll be on our way. He's gonna walk off and take the horse from you.
Another journey.
I don't think we
I think
named the horse.
We did. It's the.
bronze.
Is it bronze?
It was bronze, yes, it was bronze.
Why the fuck do I remember that?
You're asking the wrong person.
takes Franz up to the front carriage, puts him on next to a younger horse. You've got about
Gretel.
5 minutes till the caravan leaves.
All right, I'd like to go up to the little girl and start breaking down some ground rules. Okay, I don't know your name. I'm sure we'll get to that point, but until then, and I look around the inside of the carriage. Is anyone in here with me?
Just a little
Who's
girl.
on the carriage? All right. So, you only drink from bad people. They're bad guys, so it's okay to kill them, okay? But don't drink from a good guy, right? Because if you get on the good guy's bad side, then you die.
I'm gonna roll something here. Pretty good. He's gonna look at you and give you one very determined nod, like she completely understands what you're saying.
Next off, if you feel like you want to kill someone, make sure that they've killed someone else. If you're like in a town or something like that, and you're like, oh, I know this guy's a bad guy, and I'm just kind of itching, then that's how you can get out some of your stress or whatever you end up having. But just you need to make sure that it is someone who is evil, kills other for fun, or that the majority of the town doesn't like. And just make sure that you don't get caught when doing it, okay?
She'll give another nod.
Next, don't step out into the sun. I need to get you either a really big coat or an umbrella. Or I'll get both. I'll get both somewhere.
She looks at you with a deadpan expression this time.
And as I think of more things to teach you, I'll just add in. All right. Let me go find that wizard. Yeah. And I get up out of the carriage. I wander around.
What does everyone else want to do? This little bit of time we have.
Tabitha turns the scythe around her wrist. Well, I guess we're going on another frickin' journey. A slow dribble of blood goes down one gauntleted hand, and then a soft glow heals the wound as I use a point of lay on hands, and I just enter whatever part of the caravan I'm meant to be in.
You're actually going to be riding with the little girl and Tobin.
Excellent. Tabitha steps into the caravan, one hand smelling of blood.
You watch
Immediate
eyes snap towards your hand. Just looks at it very intently.
Tabitha shares a wry smile. Ah. I had an uncle like that.
Please tell me that was not copyrighted.
I hope not.
It's short enough that even if it was, it's not a problem.
I highly doubt that ringtone has any sort of. Anyways, moving on.
In anything less than 10 seconds cannot be or won't be a problem. 10
Especially
second
anything
mark
less
is
than
where we
4, let alone.
No, 10 seconds is the legal mark.
Yes, but things happen. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Less than 4 is a very good standby, no matter what.
Where is Paul going to be riding?
Wouldn't you know it? Same caravan as the other three.
All right. She is going to hop up in the caravan, find her spot, wrap a feathered cloak around herself, and lay down for a nap. Um,
All
at least a short rest while they travel, if not a long rest. Uh, as she sees the little girl, she's going to hold out part of the cloak and offer for the girl to come cuddle up and take a nap as well.
The girl will scoot closer to you and get
And
under the
she'll,
cloak.
yeah, she'll make sure we're both nice and warm.
And then Galloway, of course, you have your own cart in the caravan.
Probably directly behind us.
Yeah, y'all are pretty much in the second to last cart. For passengers, at least.
Yeah. For the next 2 hours, Tabitha is going to sleep.
All right.
Yeah, the question is, are we getting a long rest or a short rest while we travel?
I'm about to figure that out. Let's see if y'all encounter anything on the road, shall we?
Oh dear.
You will all actually be taking a long rest.
All
Oh,
right.
thank goodness.
After 2 hours, Tabitha rouses, and I'm sorry, I keep mishearing, Amber, what your character's name is.
I named after Polgara.
Okay, so Paul.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I did the
Tabitha
thing.
gently rouses Paul after 2 hours.
Hi. What's up?
Takes a ring off of her finger and hands it to Paul while still touching it. He goes, "This is a great act of trust, but I truly need to finish my rest after that battle. Would you wear this while I am gone?"
Sure.
And with that, disappears into the ring for the remaining 6 hours of the rest.
All right. What does everyone else want to do in their time of rest?
I'm going to sit there and meditate as if I'm more elf than I am.
You actually don't even need the meditation, you're just doing it.
I know. I'm just doing it to do it.
Alright. Galloway, Paul.
Sleep, read. So Paul will sleep for several hours, but when she wakes up, she will pull out a book. If the little girl's awake, she'll read out loud, but
I will say this though. From the border city of Quez, the small village of Skios, which is the next stop, it's 3-day travel. And there really won't be anything until, well, there really isn't much on the road as you go. So, for the first night, you'll camp around. The caravan will wrap itself around like it's what's the name of it?
circle the wagons.
Circle the wagons, yes. And go to rest for its first night. Guards keeping watch, increments as the caravan rests for night. Would you guys like to do anything in the night as the caravan rests? Anyone talk to the guards, talk to the caravan, the head of the caravan who's currently over a stew.
Paul will chat with some of the other travelers.
How many hours have passed at this point?
About 9 hours at this point.
Okay.
You have your ring back.
Yeah, well, I
You'll have been out
pop
of the room
out.
for about an hour at this point. Was there anything specific you're wanting to do when you got out?
I mean, if we're resting, the caravan is kind of stopped. I would go around and make, I guess, small talk with the head of the caravan, sitting over the pot of stew, inquiring about very mundane sounding things, much to the Tabitha's joy, as the mundane seems to never be part of the daily life of her existence.
I'd like to just hear what the other travelers are saying. Roll an investigation check. Just any stories they're saying, any ideas. Just seeing if I can get a little bit more information. And with that, I'll be back.
All right. We'll wait for Tobin to get back. Before I explain his. So, Ski, you're wanting to talk with the head of the caravan.
Yeah, about previous, movements of the caravan, any interesting things that have happened, and quite particularly what spices go into the stew.
Well, first off, for the spices that go into the stew, it's your simple salt, pepper, sage, a little bit of dried onion flakes, and a small amount of cumin and paprika.
Oh, exotic spices.
Not really. Most of these are native around here. It's the salt we actually have to get shipped.
I live in the mundane of flavors, apparently. My family never had much of a taste for spices, mostly hardtack and poor wine.
That does not sound like a joyful
Hmm.
existence.
I worship death, and so does my entire family. What joy.
All right, I'm back.
Alright, so 2 of the male guards, they're both human, brown, late teens, early 20s, just talking with each other. You hear them talking about a new religion that's popped up in the capital.
Hmm.
Apologies about that.
What are they saying about the religion? What's it like based on?
Let me pull that up real quick. They don't know much, but they're talking about how it seems to be very accepting to infernal races and fays, which are particularly looked down upon in this country, and how they only worship one of the primordials instead of the 3 gods that are worshipped in the country heavily, and that they are believed to be the chosen people of the primordial stall.
All right, I'll take note of this. And I will continue just looking about, seeing if anyone has anything else that they're talking about.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do specifically?
I start grandly telling a fantastical story of my great grandfather, and how he once fixed reality by finding strange books in a strange realm.
Which one is that?
Performance
It's-
or deception?
Is that
It
Interstellar?
would be performance.
Performance, okay. Oh, you're telling a fantastical story. You're not trying to deceive them into believing it?
Well, it's a story that my character wholeheartedly believes.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it is a performance.
It's just
check.
quite fantastical.
Pretty sure it's Interstellar.
Is that 11?
That's a 22. Yeah, you have everybody captured in your story. There's not a single eyes that are not on you as you tell the story.
And
Yeah, even me,
as
who was just
he
trying to look out.
collected the final text, he found out the Lord behind reality's bending, and he charged up that tower, putting on every spell, everything he could muster, and drove a great sword through that dark cleric's heart, finding the final book and fixing the plane for all.
You watch as everyone just gives you a round of applause. One or two of them start to tear up a little bit from your story. And the little girl is actually smiling as she claps. It's the first time you've seen her emote this whole time.
Tabitha bows and goes, I'm grateful to all of you for your rapt attention and hearing one of the many stories of my predecessors. If only I can find a way to live up to the stories that I grew up with.
All right. Ski, you now have advantage every time you tell this exact story to anyone you meet for the first time.
Excellent.
Paul, Galloway, was there anything specific you were wishing to do?
Paul Galloway is probably missed the entire story because he went straight back into his carriage.
Doing inventory and stuff?
Yep. So he has no idea.
Paul would have spent a little bit of time talking to other people, getting their stories, they're learning about where they're going, why they're going there. And anything important she might need to know about where they're going to end up.
All right.
Just to confirm, sorry, because I'm being nosy. Okay, I can do it. We got the money back, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It was 100.
The protection
100 gold pieces for protection?
The 100 gold pieces was 100. Protection was 100 gold pieces for everyone who paid for it.
Okay, so if I recall, I have to spend 50 as a wizard. Okay, so it's going to take 2 hours, but I'm going to take a look at one of the 2 message stones that we got. I'm going to start studying its magical composition, take a look at the weave of magic that runs through it. Transmutation. Okay, so it is. And I'm going to start working on putting it into my spell book.
All right.
But that's going to take 2 hours. So.
Go right ahead.
Sweet. So 50 gold pieces.
There's
Now, Paul, you were wanting to talk to a couple people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there are a couple different groups of people. There's a half orc and a Goliath with both of them seem to be a bit older, late 50s, early 60s, sitting around a separate fire off to the side with a human teenager talking. You see a female Goliath and a female human about early to mid 20s off to one side of the caravan, of the wagon circle, just keeping watch. Then you see three human males, two of them early 20s, late teens, one of them early 30s. On the other side of the caravan keeping watch, and you see the caravan director, the Goliath, and a dwarf sitting around the stew next to Tabitha.
You know what? She's gonna wander over and talk to one of the groups keeping watch. She wants to know what she might encounter in the area. She is new to this specific zone.
Alright, so you want to talk to the male guards or the female guards?
She'll talk to the female guards.
Okay. As you walk up, you see the female Goliath turns to you. Yes, is there anything you're needing?
Um, I was just wondering if I could get your perspective on the area. I'm rather new here and was wondering what we might end up running into.
Yes, around here, it's, and the whole country in particular, it's, the weakest point to the Feywild, so you'll see a lot of Fey around here. Maybe a couple wormlings or two. I saw a purple worm once. It's very vast, actually. Honestly, you can never really know what to expect. But ever since the Goblin War ended, they've been quiet.
War's ending has a tendency to do that.
Yes, it does. Was there anything else you were wanting to talk about?
No. Do you mind if I sit out here with you? It's a little noisy towards the center.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no problem. The name's Barbara.
Pleasure. Pull.
You said you were new around these parts?
I'm from an island up to the north.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I'm gonna assume you really don't know much about the next village.
Mm, No, not at all.
Well, heading to the small village of Skios, it's a very big. It's a very small village, but it's a very important one. It intersects three major cities in our country, and it's probably the biggest trading hub except for the capital. Which is surprising for its very small population. But it's relatively peaceful. Hell, it's so peaceful that even during the Goblin War, there wasn't even an attack there for over 200 years.
That is impressive.
Oh, the Confederates, of Skios, they did a pretty good job. She's just gonna go back to keeping an eye out, sitting there in case you want to talk to her again.
Okay.
I'd like to find Galloway. I don't exactly know where his carriage is or where he had wandered off, but I watched that he walked away. I'm just looking for him now.
Galloway's carriage is completely different to all the other ones. You could tell it's a
Oh, so it's
a merchant's caravan.
yeah. I'd like to go knock on the wood at the side of the caravan, or if there's a door, to knock on that door.
Yeah. One moment, please. Just hear the sound of heavy rustling, and the caravan does slightly shake slightly. You you hear like stuff being shoved away, and eventually the door, one of the ones to the door on the side, opens. Yes. Sorry, jog my brain again. I'm terribly sorry. I'm 350 years old.
Vulcan.
Vulcan. My apologies. What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to let you know on a particular skill of mine that might come of use to you.
Oh, yes.
I can decipher all written languages. I understand all written languages. And so if that might have any use to you while we're on this trip, I can certainly help you with that.
That would be... well,
I would just
I
ask you to look
can...
out for the little one.
You've got a little one?
The girl. I had found her in the streets and, decided to take her in.
Does she not have parents?
She's freshly turned.
You see he immediately pulls the collar up.
But I've broken some ground rules down to her, and I'm gonna try and get her to be happy again. I have no idea what her circumstances are, but it's wrong to just like leave a vampire child out in the road for her to roast up in the sun. So that's all I ask for. I'll help you translate whatever language that you would like, as long as it's written. Just look out for her whenever I'm not.
That is really useful. I myself have have developed the spell with which to do that, but if you also have that capability, that is also really useful. It just occurred to me that as I was looking at our little gifts, and he holds up one of the messaging stones. It turns out that the magic is too weak for me to effectively copy this effectively into into my book of many spells, but at the very least soon I should be able to make my own version. But is she okay, this little one?
At the moment, yes. I watched her smile for the first time today. So she's doing better.
That's good. A children's smile is a very warming thing. My shop has a jokes section, and it's always a brilliant thing to witness little ones lose themselves in all the stuff that's going on.
I can certainly try to help you with the spell. I will let you know, magic hasn't ever been my thing, but as for translation wise, I should be able to help you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. If it can help me keep my magic, because I'm going to be honest, being the old gentleman that I am a little bit out of it at the moment. Uh, Hopefully, I'm able to regain some power over the course of the journey, but that is really useful. Thank you uh, for that, Vulcan. Um, is she? I do not know how to ask this without being concerning in my language, but so the best way to put it is I have the good old knowledge of prestidigitation. So, um, is she if anybody needs like to be cleaned or anything, then because I assume, having lived on the streets, that she may be a little bit dirty.
Oh, she was given a bath before me and her entered the caravan.
Oh, okay. Well, the offer still stands. I'm willing to, and it doesn't require anything on your part. Just you need to stand still because it's only a cubic foot that I can do at a time. But it's I can move it and all that.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'll be useful if we have any more run-ins with the wildlife.
yes. I've just had a thought with that spell. I noticed that little trick you did in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you would care to explain, or is that something I should just wait until later?
I'm a bit of a wild card. What's the best way? Of course, I hope that in good faith you don't spread it amongst.
I don't share secrets.
It's like food, almost. It's just a little pick-me-up from the color blue.
I see. Looks immediately at his blue overcoat.
I promise you, as long as we're close to an ocean that's blue and not muddy, I won't be taking any color from you.
Well, as it happens, I can do something. Wait 1 second. Let me. He grabs a stray piece of paper that he didn't put away, checks to make sure it's blank. It's blank. Casts prestidigitation on it and turns it a bright, vibrant blue.
Wow.
Would this be sufficient for a meal?
We can find out. And I'll go ahead and grab the paper and drain its color.
Tobin,
Yep.
it's very minty.
How minty?
Almost unbearably.
Do you need me to change the flavor? That's another thing I can do.
It's a bit strong. Very minty.
Is there a preference for your for what you would like?
Not really. Wow.
What's your favorite food apart from blue?
I don't really have an opinion.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got an idea, and I will use prestidigitation to turn it blue again, but also change the flavor to that of roast chicken, which is something I can do.
Well, I try the paper once again.
Tobin,
Yep.
it tastes like. Hold on. How cooked is this roast chicken?
Oh,
How
no.
dare you!
Yep.
It tastes like slightly overcooked roast chicken. Not so much to where it'd be unbearable, but it's a little dry tasting.
This will do quite fine.
Excellent. Well, if you ever get a little bit hungry, uh, um, just let me know and I'll conjure something up.
Yep. Oh, also, I have skills as a shipwright, and so if we are ever together and there's a vessel, I know how to sail it and make repairs. Just thought I'd throw that in. You have a good night. I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. If you ever need anything magical, I'm sure I can find something in my shop.
All right.
Oh, and if you find anything magical and we need to work on it, I do have a spell which will help tell us what that specific item does.
Well, if I find any magic items, you'll be the first to find them. Well, to get your hands on.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna just go back to the little girl and spend the rest of the night just close to her, wherever she is.
All right.
Make sure that she's doing all right.
She's actually sitting by Tabitha as Tabitha finishes up her story. And poll Tabitha, if there's not anything else you want to do, we can go ahead and
Attuned to the ring. That's spend an
Attune to
hour
the ring?
staring at it at some point.
all right. Yeah, you can go ahead and tune to the ring.
Boop.
By the time you're
I would also ruffle the child's hair at the end of the story in a big sister kind of way.
She flinches slightly as you go to touch her hair.
Ah, dear child, I promise absolutely no harm, but I will respect your wish not to be touched. Tabitha just bows and moves on.
Oh, we've camped.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, I won't be so antisocial then. At the very least, I could help start the campfire with an earlier form of prestidigitation.
It's about 10:30 at night at this point. Stew's getting passed around. The fires are burning down a little. As the dwarf starts telling a story. He's gonna make a quick performance roll to see how good this story is.
That's what Bilbo Baggins hates.
Okay, Tabitha,
Yes.
you thought your story was good. Until you heard his. With a nat 20 performance, he tells the most riveting, gut-wrenching, pull at your heartstrings adventure story you have ever heard. It's full of laughter, tears, joy, sorrow, and after an hour and a half from telling the story, everyone's in tears. And in his dying breath, he looked toward his boy and said his final words. It was all for you. And he breathed his last. And everyone starts crying. Even if it's just a little tear at the corner of your eye. But the child has literally cried herself to sleep. Not in a sad
Tabitha.
kind of way, but as you know, when you get so moved by something, you just start to break out in tears.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This little girl has that kind of cry until she falls asleep.
Tabitha
that's one way to
drives the
raise an
scythe into
adventurer.
her wrist again, and another flow of blood dribbles down the gauntlet. Even then, a tear still falls. But seemingly to stop any further emotion from emerging.
What were you trying to say, Tobin?
Oh, I was like, well, that's one way to raise an adventurer.
As the dwarf's done telling his story, he's gonna slap his knees, stand up, and say, well, it's about midnight, so I best be getting some rest. I got the night shift tomorrow. Well, good night to you. And may Saul watch over you all. And he is going to head toward his caravan to rest. Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
As he gets up to go rest, almost everyone else gets up, starts heading to their caravan, saying their good nights. Only the two younger male guards stay awake to keep watch for the night. What would you all like to do?
You drew the. I see you drew the short straws, my friends.
Oh no, we're the newer ones. It's our first trek along this route, so it's our responsibility to take the first night. Standard procedure. Well, I do hope you guys have a great night. We had some watching to do. Is there anything y'all are wanting to do as they go into their posts on each end of the caravan?
Paul's gonna bed down, and she'll make sure that the girl is comfortable as well.
Vulcan is actually going to step out and join the watch.
Of course.
Ah, it looks like this tree is made of tree.
You'll get about an hour into the watch just watching what's out there. You'll see the normal nature stuff, nothing out the ordinary, but eventually you just get so honed in on a caterpillar climbing up a tree for the whole night. You watch it from the root and until dawn you'll watch this caterpillar.
What an interesting use of my immortality.
Hold on. Let's see how far up the tree it'll get. Holy crap! It
20.
actually gets like 20 feet up. It takes the whole night, but it gets about 20 feet up the tree.
Go, little fella, go.
I'm rooting for him.
Galloway, Tabitha, what do y'all want to do as the caravan settles down for the night?
Sleep.
Bed down.
Galloway will look at the fire for a bit, and then he'll head towards his caravan. Because whilst it's a merchant's caravan, it technically belongs to. Would this belong to the guild, or would it belong to my shop? Is the question.
Technically both, because your shop is part of the guild, and it's your shop's caravan.
So, okay, so the caravan is probably one. Yeah, like one would assume that with the other caravans, it's relatively mundane. And then there's Galloway's. Galloway's is a bright, vibrant, bright, vibrant one of blues and oranges. With orange wheels, blue trim, and it's got on one side painted the name of the shop, which I thought I'd written down, but apparently I do not for some reason. There we go. The Honorable Oakbender Magical Emporium. Painted in a cursive font along one side. Yes, I am that. Yes, it would be that extra. It's not. Galloway did not have it done this way. It was done by someone else. It's an old carriage, old caravan. Walks in, and the interior is. It's not magnificent mansion levels of oversized, but it is almost it's what's the brain I'm working with? It's like magnificent room.
Okay.
So it's about twice as big on the inside as it is on the outside. But people can still hear what's going on inside. So there's actually like seats on one end. There's a bed. There's a little alchemy set and a little alchemy lab. And there's a book. Very old book that Galloway looks at. And he opens up the book and he fiddles with a section of the book where there's pages missing. You it's almost become a nightly ritual. Eventually he sighs, closes the book, gets into his pajamas with a nightcap, and will crawl into the bed.
As you lay down, roll a perception for me.
At all. That is a 15.
At the corner of your eye, you think you see it for just a second. The thing you've been looking for, you think you see it. But as you turn to look at it, it's not there anymore.
I am losing my mind.
But when you look at the spot where you thought you saw it, you see a couple grains of sand. Something that wasn't there before.
Mhm.
It's not any sand. It's black.
Immediately pulls the sheet aside, gets his wand, casts, like the room has dimmed, but he flicks his wand and the hanging like mini chandelier of lanterns flares up again. Looks to the sand, picks it up, sniffs it. Does a taste test.
There's just barely enough for it to be a pinch of sand. And when you taste it, it's ashy. Not
Volcanic.
like ash from a fire. It's more earthy than that.
Like a volcano.
Yes.
Sweep it. I'm gonna try and put a little bit on a piece of paper and then scooch it onto a one of those little strips of glass that you use a microscope with. I forget what they're called.
Slide.
Thank you. And I'm going to actually put it into the microscope that I've got, and I'm going to look through the highest arcane available magnification to study the ash.
Roll an investigation.
Now,
Perception for me as you get this. Or Arcana if you're wanting to see anything magical about it.
let's take a look at it. Arcane. No, let's do investigation. 13.
By looking at the ashes, you know that it's from one of the volcanoes on this continent. You're not certain which one, but it's somewhere on the continent. It doesn't help much since you're on the largest continent in the world, but start. There's only 35 volcanoes on this continent.
Fair enough. Could I do an arcane check as well, or?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do an arcane.
17.
You this was you seen the what you were searching for. You seen that there had to have been some divine magic involved for you to catch a glimpse like you did, because this sand is just overflowing with divine mana. It was as if something was telling you you're getting closer.
He reaches for another book on the alchemy set. This book has tons of addendum pieces of paper added to it. It is a organized, chaotic mess. There's like there's like a million equivalent of medieval paper clips attaching pages. He page it and he flips through until he finds a section, and he starts drawing the what he sees with the ashes. And he's going to take the slide and put it into a sample storage. He's just going to stare out into the distance. And he kind of loses a bit of a track, and he just goes, "Oh, Lazin. Oh, Lazin. What did you do?"
As you say this, we are going to fade out and turn toward the sky and watch as it turns to morning. It's about 7:30 when the sun rises. Everyone's getting up, getting ready to start their day. Tobin or Vulcan, you notice as the caterpillar gets about 20 foot up that tree, the sun is rising. And the guard you were sitting next to is half asleep.
I guess I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder, get him to wake up, and then I'll go check on the little girl.
Little girl is in the caravan, wrapped up with Tabitha and Pole, I believe.
All right, she's good.
The little girl is still asleep. I'm not sure about the other two if they'd be awake at this point.
Or Tabitha definitely would be already like polishing and strapping on armor and greatsword, whetstone, cleaning everything extremely meticulously, the whole 9 yards.
Cole would be slowly waking up.
Well, the giant light in the sky turned on.
As you say that, Tobin, or Vulcan, you hear the voice of the caravan director say, "Everyone gets up, we are heading out in about 30 minutes. Gaios, Andrew, go get some rest. Hey, sir. And you see two younger males go into the guard's carriage, and you hear audible thumps as they hit their bedrolls.
Galloway will wake up. I'm just going to roll something quickly.
Is it your
Oh yeah, I actually thank you for reminding me. I need to roll my portents.
your diviners, right?
Yeah, my diviner's portent. Thank you for reminding me. I will roll those publicly. A 13 and an 18.
Hey.
Ooh.
Those are some good rolls to see.
So, so thank you for reminding me about those. I was actually going to roll something for thematics, but thank you for telling me. So, what is my...
Hey, diviner wizards are amazing, man. Love them.
Yep. My character's broken because it's a halfling divination wizard.
Not the lucky feet.
Oh, with the lucky feet. Right. Galloway is gonna wake up. He's not in his bed. He is firmly on the floor, having fallen out of the bed.
Hold on, let me roll something. How close to your bed to the desk?
The desk is so it's like if we split the room into 4, because I'm imagining like the way it's like 20 feet by 20 feet inside.
Actually, let me make it simpler. Is there
Put it this way, I rolled a 1.
Oh, is there a table or a nightstand near your bed that you would have like newspapers on? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
That table has been knocked over and the papers are all over the floor. You're laying on like all that parchment.
He just sighs.
I rolled a 1 as well.
Not again.
Everything's out of order.
God damn it. He'll stop picking them up, sorting them out. He opens the door to get some fresh air in. Immediately there's a gust and everything gets blown out again. Get blown out of order again.
Yep.
The luckiest man alive having the worst luck right now.
Well, I had to make a sacrifice somewhere.
Galloway's
Looks like
gaunt day.
this is
Galloway's godless day.
Galloway's godless, gory, gaunt day.
He'll sort it out and then pulls out some of the horse meat that from the prestidigitation to prestidigitation, warms it up, makes it clean, starts chewing on that.
It tastes like roast chicken.
Oh, so now I can manage it. Clean the, again, prestidigitation to clean the grease off gets changed. Hey, that spell's useful for many reasons.
It is great. Yep.
Walks out, and anybody who sees him will notice the enormous bags underneath his eyes.
Paul's gonna take.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say 15 minutes
Paul's-
till we take off.
Paul just wants to make sure. She's gonna check on the little girl, make sure, does she need to eat something? Do we need to figure something out?
Little girl is still asleep.
Okay.
She's out like a light.
Well, Paul will tuck her cloak around her for now and keep an eye on her as we travel.
Does coffee exist in your universe, Zane?
Coffee exists in every universe because anybody who does not allow coffee is a monster.
It's called calf.
It's not Joe, it's Calf.
No, it's not coffee.
I don't care what it's called as long as it exists.
Yeah.
Anyone can tell me where I got that from. I'll give you your character can have 10 gold pieces. Without looking it up.
My brain wants to say Dragon Riders Perm, but I know that's not quite it.
Nope.
Because that's Claw.
It's not Star Trek. Is it Dragon Prince?
It's not, no.
Damn.
You're on the right
Well, go ahead, tell us.
You were on the right mindset when you said Star Trek.
Star Wars?
Yes.
Is that what it's... Oh, okay, so that's what it's called in the Star Wars universe. Okay.
It's called calf, yeah.
That explains why I don't know.
I mean, I still love the fact that space jazz in that is called jizz, so... Somewhat... George Lucas... Not...
Get it. You're the one who told me that.
I don't need the 10 gold.
Along with the 50 different types of, what was it, glimmer?
Yeah. Star Wars drugs.
I love Legends. And I've just pissed off so many people who still call it the EU. A British person pissing off the EU. That's not unusual. Anyway. Political. Galloway is going to be making calf then for everyone.
I'll say, since you're a part of the guild, you have the good calf, not the real cheap calf.
Oh yeah, no, this is the good stuff.
Non-bitter calf that's actually slightly sweet.
Yep. And I have milk of all types.
I was gonna look at Galloway and go, man, it looks like you need to lay on hands. You sleep rough?
I lost a fight with my bed.
I remember when I did that. Ended up on the roof.
Is that not dangerous, given your affiliation?
No.
As you ask that, a beam of sunlight hits him in the face.
Is there a god of luck in your world, Zane?
Not yet. You gotta remember, this world's only about 10,000 years old at this point. People are still ascending to godhood at this point.
Yeah.
In which case, So
As
Galloway
she-
will see that. Oh, sorry.
As she takes the coffee from him, Pole's just gonna reach out a finger and boop him with a healing word.
Kill your fuck ton.
Well,
It's what, 12 for your healing word?
I mean, we all had a long rest, so
Yeah, fully healed. Y'all
Yeah.
had 2 long rests back to back.
technically she's not gonna lose that spell slot because we're still gonna get more rest.
Of course.
Don't like it when the DM says that.
Of course. Rest all you want.
I only need a short rest to get the wind slot back.
Yeah.
I rest just to get my spell slots. I just sit somewhere for a while. They come back to me.
Vulcan and Tabitha only need short rests.
I have arcane recoveries.
Grumble,
But-
grumble, chirp, squawk.
Only one that needs a long rest to get all your spell slots back.
To get all of them, yes. But since we had a long rest, I only just expended 1 spell slot, so I'm good.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Also, why are there no healing cantrips for druids?
Mm,
Nature.
it's just chaotic.
I was going to say good berry, but no.
Hey, Goodberry can heal 40 HP at level 1 if you do it right.
Yes, but Goodberry is a level 1. It will still take a spell slot.
Yeah.
I know. But that's still 10 berries that give 4 HP.
Yeah, at this point, Cure Wounds or Healing Word is reasonable.
I know, but that's 10 extra lay on hands right there.
Yes, it is. Unless you're me. At which point,
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. Galloway is taking his calf black.
Mahogany red.
He's taking his calf red.
Yeah, you got the good calf beans that are a dark red hue instead of the burnt dark brown and black.
I'd say he takes it black. He pours, red. He pours just enough milk to cover the beans and then pours the water on top.
Yeah.
Prevents the beans from burning, gets rid of the taste.
Yeah,
Reminds me of
to have
Not like the good beans are
Wait.
bitter anyway.
Yes, but
I
you
haven't
can
had
burn the
coffee
beans
this
with the
good
hot
since I lived
water.
with my family. Ugh. Calf.
I may have some privileges, being of uses his prestidigitation to just cool the coffee down so he can gulp it.
Still tastes
Cole
like
doesn't
chicken.
bother. Just
Why does everything taste like roast chicken?
what is this weird taste?
Is my prestidigitation going out of control again?
Cole is vegetarian. She's never had chicken.
No, it's just his. That tastes like chicken.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, does that technically count as cannibalism for an Aarakocra?
No.
You chicken.
They're too far apart
I look.
on the animal table for that to be a thing.
Well, I mean, chickens are naturally cannibalistic, but anyway.
Most birds are.
Yeah. Very evil bastards. Yeah, I will get my caravan ready for departure. The
As you're getting it ready, some steam comes out of you have no idea where. Just a random steam bubble comes out with the train whistle.
is that my carriage or?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
It does this every once in a while. It does random shit. It happens being in a bunch of magically rich environments.
Yeah.
Especially here where you're really close to the fate, where the veil between the Feywild and the mortal plane is so thin.
That would indeed do it.
Yep. No. Don't do this now. Don't do this now. Oh, fuck, by the God's sake.
It doesn't really mess with anything, it just does it.
Well,
Humidity.
this is what you get for being old, my girl. Oh, God, I'm turning into the doctor.
Your caravan is your TARDIS.
I mean, the character is inspired by John Hurt, so... voices, anyway.
I'm going to go up to the little girl and ask her how she's feeling.
She's still dead as
Well, I mean, she's always gonna be. Anyway, I'll wait until she wakes up.
It's a morning. She's a vampire. She is not going to be awake for a minute.
I'll give her her space then, and I'll go see if I can help with Galloway, help him out with anything. Maybe catch a ride with him, and he can bring up some stories, or just talk about magic.
Well, let's see now. The Oakbender family has been involved in alchemy for almost, I would say, 35 millennia? No, that's too many. For almost, well, for the past 5 generations, at least.
I was about to say 35 millennia. This realm didn't exist. This realm's been around for just now 11 millennia.
We've been involved for 5 generations in the realm of alchemy and arcane studies. Well, you see, it all started way back when with my great grandfather, Welby Oakbender. And he will give a brief history of the Oakbender legacy. You do notice he skips over the 3rd generation of Oakbenders. Father, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather. Yeah. So it starts off with his great-great-grandfather, his great-great-grandfather, skips the great-grandfathers, goes to the grandfathers, and then the fathers.
All right.
So, in the end, it's just 3 of us Oakbenders now, at least at my shop. And we're a bred out family, there's my older sibling, Parwan. He's involved in the military. I think he works in the logistics of things. And of course, there's my lovely sister, Adile, who is running the shop whilst I'm out here.
Well, I have quite a few relatives myself. Quite a few. Though I am an only child, to my knowledge. I think I'm the only child. But I have a lot of grandparents and grandparents. Not too crazy things happen in my family. We just go about our business.
Understandable. My family has been, relatively speaking, a decent family.
My family wanted me to do something I didn't want to do, so I left. That's why I'm actually going on a journey right now.
Oh. I won't pry. That's your business to share.
I think I can keep them away. I think I got a good 5 to 10 years. I can stay away from them. Though with the little girl, that probably makes it 3. I don't know. Depends on how things go.
This isn't meant to be too prying a question. But how are you doing funds-wise?
Well, I have 53 gold to my name and 983 silver.
Okay, you could go on for a bit, but if you're ever a little bit short on funds, I'm always willing to. If you don't mind doing a bit of manual labor, we always have positions available at the Emporium.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, depending on how long or what happens throughout this caravan and the trading hubs and little towns that we stop at, I might have to reconsider what I do with my money. And I'm grateful that you've offered me that opportunity.
We Oakbenders look after the community. We try our best to be the good people that we are.
And with that, I'm just asking him, well, is there anything you need me to look at? Anything you need me to read?
Not at the particular moment, but if you find any scraps of paper, do let me know.
All right.
All right. Paul, Tabitha, what were y'all wanting to do as you ride along again on the second day of this caravan?
Well, Paul is going to settle in with the girl and her book. Enjoy the quiet.
And Tabitha? Ski?
Sounds like Tabitha has retreated to her ring.
Got it. Let me roll something real quick.
nothing ever bad happens while in a caravan.
Nothing too complicated happens. About mid-afternoon, though, the front carriage, one of the wheels breaks off.
Uh-oh.
It's caravan comes to
Hide it. Yep.
and you see Bothan, the caravan director, hop off that carriage and start to inspect the wheel. Just some normal wear and tear. Should be fixed in a jiffy. He lifts the caravan a little bit off the, like his carriage a little bit higher than what it is because it's starting to sag at that point. And he puts the wheel up to it and just casts mending on it. That should last as long as excuse. We're gonna be stopping for a couple of minutes. Go ahead, use the restroom. Get your horses fed and watered. We'll be back on the road in 15 minutes. You just see everyone start going off different spots in the woods. Most likely to relieve themselves. A couple of the guards just sitting on the caravans eating. Well, you haven't seen this thing before. It's these little. You don't know how to describe it. It seems really grainy, shaped in a rounded triangle with a piece of a green papery substance along the midsection of it, and they're just eating it. And you catch a quick glimpse on the inside of it. It looks like a paste or a jelly.
Pemmican?
I did not know what you said.
Pemmican is an old, it's an adventuring food. It's a hard-packed adventuring food that,
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's actually fuck. What's the name of it? It's the rice. It's the little rice balls with the filling and the seaweed. Onigiri, I think it is.
Okay. Oh, so we're seeing sushi. Okay.
No, they're eating it's like a sweet
Oh.
bean.
Just plain rice balls.
Oh,
Rice balls. There we go.
fair enough. Galloway will use the special chamber pot in the caravan, in the carriage. And then it's going to climb on top of the caravan just to keep an eye out on things.
Alright, roll me a perception.
Get his steps in. Perception. Natural 20.
I see with my third eye.
You see it again. This time you catch a good glimpse. it's in this country. And there's only one volcano in this country. And a small rock tumbles out of where you see it as the image disappears.
I rush to the rock.
It's smoking. It's glowing a little bit.
Pull out the dragon skin glove that I've got. Pick it up.
You could still feel the heat through it. The glove is protecting your hand, but it's very uncomfortable with this heat.
Prestidigitation. Call it.
It turns to a purplish black crystalline rock that you can kind of see through.
Ooh.
And as you're looking through it, you're not seeing the mortal plane, you're seeing the Feywild as you look through the stone.
Ooh. Interesting. I know where you are.
You do. And you know you have to go around the mountain range to get there.
I'll be coming round the mountain when I come. I'll be coming round the mountain when I come.
Anyone else want to do anything during this little 15-minute break on the road?
I'd like to make a spear. I'd like to grab either a small tree or something and just like sharpen a point on it. I don't know what you would like me to roll for that though.
First, give me a nature check to see if you find a sturdy enough stick. You find a very light stick. It's incredible. You've never felt a stick this light before. And as you go to pick it up, it breaks in half.
Can I look for another stick?
Sure, but this is
Do I have enough time?
the last chance you have. You find another lighter stick. It's a little heavier than the other one. It's holding together as you pick it up.
Well, I'll bring it in the caravan with me.
Alright.
And, instead of making it a spear, I'll make it a javelin instead.
Roll me a sleight of hand to sharpen it.
Oh, I'm terrible at these. That is not sleight of hand. That's sleight of hand. As I said, I'm terrible at these.
That first drag of the blade along the wood just splits the wood into like 6 different pieces.
Okay. As I say out loud, I'll just wait till the next stop. I'll clean myself off.
Alright. Pole, Tabitha, anything you want to do during this little quick 15-minute break in the caravan ride?
Pole's gonna leave her cloak inside and strap her staff to her back. She's planning on flying above the caravan for a bit.
All right.
Tabitha just does some kind of basic exercises with the greatsword, kind of stretching and keeping limber.
All right. As the 15 minutes comes to a close, Bothan calls out, "All right, wheels up. We've got another couple miles. We got another 15 miles to go before we reach the next rest stop. And you go on your way again. Let me do one last roll here real quick.
Has anyone got dysentery?
No.
Not
Uh,
yet.
The little girl wakes up and her stomach's growling.
Now let's see about finding you something to eat, sweetheart. Do you have a preference?
Tabitha, are you in the carriage with them?
Yeah.
The little girl is now looking at Tabitha's wrist, the one with the scythe.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna see how things unfold here. I'll let me see how they want to do things as I just stand there and I'm just watching them.
I take it you need blood.
The little girl's not even paying attention to you anymore. She's zoned in on that wrist.
That would be correct. Anyone have a vial? I'm sure you don't wouldn't appreciate it straight from the tap.
I have a few.
All right. Is she still just locked into Tabitha?
Hold on, let me roll something real quick. Yes. She's starting to salivate. And it looks like it's getting harder for her to not move.
With the roll of her eyes, Pole will grab her moon sickle, slice her arm, and fill a vial of blood for the girl before healing herself.
Okay, the little girl's gonna snatch the vial out of your hand and chug it.
Chug, 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 chug.
And you hear but here's
Is
the
that
interesting thing. She didn't drink your blood per se. Your blood's turned gray.
Oh.
she's gonna raise an eyebrow, look over at the other two. I have no idea what just happened here.
It's not what you think.
Okay.
Oh, that's
It's
a
not the
neat
color.
trick.
I'll go ahead and tell y'all. She drinks red blood cells only.
Leaving behind the plasma.
Yep.
Oh, so not even plasma fruit could help her.
I just say out loud. Well, I've never seen that one before.
Well, it's a good thing I can heal myself. Or whoever else decides to donate at any given time.
Does healing magic give you blood?
It does not actually. It just closes your wounds.
So we'll have to take turns.
Alright. Other than that, the rest of the ride passes without much incident. And the wagon does its wagon circle again as it turns to about 8:30 at night and the sun sets. The camp is set up again. The two young guards that had night duty the night before are still asleep. And the groups are a little bit different tonight. The caravan director is still with the dwarf, but today they are joined by the single half-orc in the party, in the caravan. And then there's the older Goliath and the younger human male that was with them the night before, with the third of the male guards, and then the two female guards are sitting together again.
Well, tonight, Bull will join them around the fire. She'll probably take the little girl with her. Wrap her up in her cloak again. And then she's going to pull out a bag of molted feathers and start using yarn, weaving them together into a smaller cloak. It'll take several days to do, however.
Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand just to get it started. DC's.
I just failed that.
Yeah. You just can't seem to get the feathers to stick together. Well, not all of
You need
them.
a featherologist.
It's patchy here and there. There's definitely holes in it as you get started, but it's definitely fixable. But you probably won't have time to do it tonight.
Oh, no, she knows this is going to take several days to do.
Tonight I'm going to be looking for 2 different sticks, a smaller diameter stick, one that a little girl could hold, and then one that I could hold to where I can fashion them into spears.
Roll your nature.
Okay, let's see.
You find a couple sticks that match your criteria, just barely. They don't
All right, I'll
a couple throws or a couple thrusts, but they'll last a couple times.
Am I going about this too much?
For some people, a couple is all you need.
Plus, it'll just be very easy.
Sorry.
And with that, I guess I'd like to fashion them into spears.
Sleight of hand. They're very blunt spears, but they're spears.
Hey, that's actually what I was looking for.
Their damage will be a D4 -1.
It's fine, they're just going to be used for training.
Alright.
And I suppose if whatever the little girl is doing, I'm going to say, I got you a present. I'm going to hand her the little spear, and I'm going to say, I'm going to teach you how to use this in our spare time. Okay?
She tilts her head a little bit, gives you a slight nod, and then goes back to listening to the conversations around her. Because she's sitting with Pole at the moment.
And I will, I'll go on lookout. And yes, the ground is made of ground.
You think you see the same caterpillar? You don't know how.
It's okay, it's just my patron.
That has your attention for the whole night.
Oh, bless.
Alright. Ski, Galloway. What do y'all want to do?
Galloway is sitting with it's kind of like sitting and listening to people, but at the same time is almost you know how ADHD people need will do multiple things at once.
Yeah. As I'm doing right now.
Yes. So Galloway will be sitting there, but he's also reading. He's looking at a map of Petraya, sorry, and also has a massive tome with a black leather cover on it, hardback cover on it.
We'll move everybody to the map. I'll give you all a ping where you're at right now, then I'll give you all a ping for... Okay, y'all are about here right now.
Okay.
This is the one volcano,
Mhm.
and you have to go all the way around the mountains to get to it.
Can't go via Skilios?
You could, but you still have to go around a good portion of the mountain range.
Yeah, it's not like we have to go all the way around via Cyros and all the way up and then down again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here is where your main shop is, the capital.
Okay. We'll head back there first.
Tabitha is writing and drawing in a journal.
Alright. Any of you wishing to talk with any of the other caravan members?
I'd like to, but this butterfly has got me enthralled. Caterpillar, it's gonna be a butterfly.
Oh no, I mean, if you're just wanting to keep watch outside the camp, all you're going to be able to focus on is that caterpillar. You can still walk away and do other things. It's just that once you go...
Oh, yeah, I'm just...
focused.
Yeah. Then once again, I will just try and listen in on other people's conversations, be a bit nosy.
Roll that up. Ooh, 8.
Man, this roller does not like me today.
You see the older Goliath man and the young human that are in the same party as the half-orc. They're talking about mundane stuff like paperwork and all the fun joys of bureaucracy.
Have enough of that at my home.
And then the two female guards are gossiping about you and the younger guards, like you would expect two teenage girls to gossip about guys.
Yeah.
That's all you really
Well,
hear.
from hearing that I'm just walking away. I'm not trying to get married here
Going back
or
to
any
focusing on
hookups.
that caterpillar.
Yep. I'm going. No. I don't want to deal with this. No. Mm-mm.
All right. Anybody else?
Just studying away.
All right.
Look, I'll pull out the purplish black rock and amuse myself occasionally by looking through into the Feywild with it.
Is there any specific direction you're wanting to look through?
I'm gonna look the direction the caravan's going.
Roll a perception for me.
Okay. Why did I close my character sheet? Perception. 21.
There's something out there watching.
In the Feywild?
In the Feywild, yes. You've just discovered this stone is it's a two-way looking glass to the Feywild. You don't know how to describe what's looking at you. I need a wisdom check from you.
Wisdom check or wisdom save?
Wisdom save, sorry.
Okay.
Great grandfather Joe, is that you?
It's never smart to look into the Feywilds. You never know what will be looking back.
What about those party dragons?
Trying to choose my way. Also, just can never remember what the hell I have because I'm numpty. What does it do then? Okay. Do I get anything special?
It's not frightened or charmed.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to use one of my portents for the day. I'm going to use my 18. So that is a total of 24.
You needed a 25.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're looking at something older than the world.
Ah.
You don't know how to describe what you're looking at. It's as if you're looking at a single line that's just repeating over and over and over and over again. It's changed. It's now this abyss. No, it's a starry night. No, it's changing through millions of images in milliseconds. Your brain is trying to keep up, but the stone cracks and it disappears. That could have been a lot worse.
If that's who I think it was.
I'm going to just put the cracked stone back into my pot. I'm going to grab a pouch put it in the pouch, put the pouch in my pocket. No, put the pouch in a second pouch, and then put it in my pocket.
For the next week,
And
you
uh-oh.
remain charmed.
Just automatic fail.
No, it's a save instead of its. Because don't halflings get resistant to charm or immune to it? Or is that just elves?
Elves. That's why I was looking.
Oh wait, no, you have frightened, don't you?
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on charm save. That saves against being charmed then for the next week.
Yay.
Could have been a lot worse. It could have been permanent. Okay, anyone wanting to talk to anybody else in this little ragtag caravan?
What's Galloway up to? He seems a little iffy.
Galloway's been staring at the stone for hours.
Oh.
He will not look. He's not going to look away from the stone until about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Good talk. I suppose Can I pick him up and put him in his carriage?
You're attempting to touch him.
Well, you saying that makes me not want to, but I kind of have to, so yeah, I'm touching him.
Okay, as you touch him, you get a glimpse in the stone. I need you to roll me a wisdom save. DC 25.
17.
You see your parents. But they're not vampires, they're not Dathomir, a vampire. They look human. No, they dwarves. You see the billions of combinations your parents could have been and what your life could have been. And it's repeating over and over and over again. With you having your hand on Galloway's shoulder looking into the stone, you and him do not look away until 1 in the morning.
All right.
Hold on, let me roll something.
Oh, goodness. Looks like I'm gonna have to call up my patron.
Speaking of your patron, you feel annoyance through your bond with your patron.
Annoyance?
Annoyance. Your patron
Towards me. Can I tell if it's towards me? Oh.
You can't tell anymore. Your connection
It's not
is weak
good. Ooh, that's terrible.
For an amount of time.
All right.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything?
I have a rock.
I have a Galloway.
I've got the shot.
Come on. Let's get another person. Let's get.
All right. As everything settles back down, and the caravan goes to rest, the older human guard and the dwarven guard go to keep watch at their posts. Everyone else goes into the caravan for the night, the carriages for the night. Galloway and Vulcan snap out of the trance they were in, and they look up. It's just them next to a dying fire.
Don't touch the stone, please, ever.
Pouch, pocket.
My patron's annoyed, and I don't know if it's at me or something else. Oh, goodness.
Paul, Tabitha, we're gonna go back a little bit.
Okay.
So what are y'all wanting to do as these two are just...
You could say we're stoned.
I was trying to find a way to do Obsidian and Oblivious together, but I couldn't.
This isn't Skyrim. Wait, no, that's Bethesda.
Oblivion.
Shit!
I think Tabitha is still asleep in the ring. Paul will step away from the fire at some point, just long enough to fill a flask with blood. It won't take long. She'll seal it off this way. She can replenish while she sleeps. Then she'll return to the fire, and as things are dying down, she'll bundle the girl off to the caravan, and the two of us will bed down for the night. The ring that Tabitha is in, tucked safely on a chain around Paul's neck.
Alright. Let me roll something real quick.
Uh-oh. I did not like that sound.
At about 2 in the morning, all of you hear a scream.
An hour after me and him get out of the little...
As we
Well,
go to our next page. Let me get some things placed here. I was not expecting us to get here, to be completely honest.
well, if we're heading into combat, I recommend doing our initial actions and then stopping here for the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Paul will stick her head outside of the caravan, but stay in the doorway for now. And she'll use the ring to wake up Tabitha.
Things do not like me today.
We like you.
I didn't say people, I say things.
I mean, people are things.
Sometimes.
But I didn't mean you guys as things, did I?
I know you guys had to pass an amendment about that, but we're still all things.
I guess I'll have to do it like this. I didn't want to, but I guess I am. you guys see as this creature is devouring the human guard that was in his 30s. And the dwarven guard is nowhere to be found.
Cowards.
Everyone else is in this
Which
one.
one's mine? What, the one in the middle?
No, that's this one. If I ping it, there we go. Right here.
Ping, ping, ping with the money. I did not see the ping.
The southernmost caravan.
Ah, this one.
Nope. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
This one right here. Yeah, that one. All right. I think that's going to end it off for today. I hope everyone enjoyed today's little, I guess you would call it partial downtime, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, hope everyone enjoy, and as always, this is PenMeister signing out. Like to say goodbye, everyone.
Chitty.
Bye.
See y'all next time.